In this video, I'm showing you how to connect the HyperTask MCP to Claude Code and OpenClaw, and how to use AI to triage your project management inbox. This will help you to get to inbox 0 in record time. Please watch out for the timestamps if you want to jump straight to the inbox sequence. So one thing we recently added is the MCP server, and I'm now going to show you how to use the MCP server. So it's actually quite easy. All you have to do is go to the HyperTask command, and from there type in MCP, which will allow you to go to this page. And from here, you just essentially copy this command if you're on Claude Code, or this command if you're on Cursor. It will also work with other apps, like you can put that in Lovable or whichever tool you're using to connect your MCP to. The only thing that's currently not working is Claude Desktop. We have a bug in there, which I'm still currently debugging. But yeah, you just copy this command, Claude MCP add, and then our MCP URL, which is mcp.hypertask.ai//MCP. Yeah, so you copy that onto your clipboard, and then once you're in Claude Code, you just copy it in here. But like, yeah, once you go through this, it will basically open the browser and will ask you to authorize your HyperTask account, which you can do by clicking on here, and then you just get the message that it's successfully authorized. And then from here, you can do /MCP in Claude Code, and this will let you know if the HyperTask MCP is connected, and it shows us connected here. We might have to restart. Can you see the HyperTask MCP? What do I have currently in my HyperTask inbox? Yeah, so as you can see, it was able to come up with the complete inbox. Which tools do you have available on the HyperTask MCP? Okay, so yeah, so it gave me a complete list of the ability that this MCP has. So you can see list task, get task, search for tasks, create task, update task, move tasks between boards. So all of these are incredibly helpful for triage, right? Like if you have big boards that you want to basically clean up, you can just basically now let Claude Code do that for you. Comments, get comments of a task, so you can participate in communication, and you can let Claude Code work on tickets. So I could, for example, I could just go in the board and get this ticket ID here. Let's just say, let me just get the URL of this ticket. And now I could say, what is this task about? Please write a comment into the task with the logical next steps for this task. What are the actual deliverables? So yeah, you can see here it's writing the actual comment into the task, and we should see upon reload, we should see a comment here. So that was written kind of like by me, but obviously through Claude Code. And yeah, I can just write into this task, and it could also move the tasks, right? So one thing I could be doing here is, for example, please analyze the Echo Inno board and let me know how this board would be better arranged. What are next steps? What are the most high impact tasks? Yes, please go ahead, make all of these changes. So now this is the state, this is the current state of the board, and obviously Claude Code now proposed a bunch of changes that we can now implement. Okay, it came back with quite a lot of changes. Let's see what it's done. Let me reorder the review column. That makes sense. All done. Here's a summary of everything that was changed. Okay, so let's see if it archived this one, EIM3. Yes, it did archive this one. This worked. 15 as well. Let's not priority updated. Let's see what it's done there. It moved it too high. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can see the action here. Status checked and comment added. Let's see. Oops. Yeah. So, and one thing that I can do here is I can just supplement with Hyper AI, right? So if I'm in this interface, I also have AI available. And this is another way of working with an AI. Okay, so yeah, this worked really well. And I think I would have also now, yeah, so here the AI wrote back inside the ticket, right? So this is the built-in AI. And obviously you also have the chat where you can also, so the chat is going to work with the MCP too, right? So we're going to mirror the functions there pretty soon. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty good as well. So another thing I wanted to show you is triaging the inbox. What are the most important tasks inside my inbox right now? I want to get to inbox 0. Right, so as you can see, it came back here with a proposal how to triage my inbox. Let's have a look at my actual inbox. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. So now I need to see what it's come up with. Here's your inbox triaged into 3 categories. Action required, you need to respond. Okay, so that makes sense. Those are probably tickets where I basically mentioned. Read it and acknowledge, worth quick look, then archive 8 items. Okay, cool. Save to archive, no action needed, 35 items. These are task moved, added to follower, reacted, task due date change, task update description, and resolved comment. All right, let's do it. Please archive the 34 tasks that are safe to remove from the inbox. All right, so it's come back, done 35 verifications, archived. Kind of curious how it went. Let me reload. And as you can see, my inbox, it's like seriously, there's a lot less tasks in here. Yeah, kind of amazing. It's complaining about stacked notifications here, but it did work. In hindsight, I should have probably looked at some of those, but okay. One thing I wanted to ask the AI here, what were the tasks again that moved status? Because I should have probably looked at these. So yeah, but yeah, it's just a really nice way of triaging the inbox like that, right? Claude Code can do the heavy lifting and basically read through all the messages and figure out if something needs to be like actually looked at and acknowledged. And it can just essentially archive elements from the inbox for you. I think that's a really powerful case. So it's now obviously going through my query here and trying to figure out if I should have looked at some of these statuses. Just gonna wait for a bit for it to come back to let me know what's going on. Okay, so move to win. Yeah, so those are good. Yeah, actually, you know what? This is brilliant. Yeah. Those I would have just archived manually, right? So now AI can do that for me. That's really, really good. So another thing you can do now is obviously give the MCP server to CloudBot, or OpenClaw as it's called now. And as you can see, you can also just prompt it regularly here. Which tools do you have on the HyperTask MCP? All right, so what it's come back with is basically the same answer, right? Okay, so it can also see the inbox. So I'm just now going to ask it what the most important tickets are. Yeah, so you can potentially triage the inbox now from within the chat. You could have it research a topic and then write your research findings into the task. I do that all the time already. Okay, so it's telling me here that Abbas is asking about the priority for this task, or basically a bunch of tasks. I know what this is about. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell OpenClaw to essentially comment on my behalf. Review all SEO tasks and come up with a priority. So yeah, it's come back here with a prioritization, and I can just tell it to write that now into the task, right? And now if I reload it, actually it's without reloading, so you can see which tasks are the most important ones.